All right, guys, once again, this is a CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host today, Nick Qualia, with Marv Zahn and Mike Molyneux. All right, guys, so Patriots, Chargers, this Sunday, 1:05 p.m. Give me the one player on the Patriots offense that you think is going to be a total game changer and has to have a big game if the Patriots want to beat the Chargers this week, and he cannot be Tom Brady. Mike, what do you think? Give me that one offensive player.
Well, the guy that has been very dependable when healthy for this Patriots offense has been Sony Michel. And I believe that he can have a game similar. We've seen other great running backs come through the Patriots organization and have big playoff performances. LeGarrette Blount, Sonny Gray, to name a few. I think Sony Michel can have a big day. Obviously, he's going up
Jonas
against
Gray?
Jonas Gray. I'm sorry, Jonas Gray. Yes,
not the Yankees pitcher.
I'm so got baseball on my mind. I'm sorry, I'm too early for that. But yes, Jonas Gray, big game that he had. I think Sony Michel, even though you guys got, like you mentioned, Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram, I feel like Sony Michel has had his way pretty much with any team that's been in front of him throughout the season, and I feel like when called upon in this game coming up on Sunday, he can make big plays happen and just help open up the game for the rest of the offense. So I believe Sony Michel is going to have a huge, welcome to the playoffs performance against the Chargers.
Marv, what do you think? Give me that one offensive player you think has to have a big game if the Patriots are going to beat the Chargers on Sunday.
I'm going to stick with the running back position along with Mike and say James White. I think this is a James White type of game. You're going to need to keep Melvin Ingram and Bosa honest throughout this game. They're going to be rushing the quarterback. That's what they do best. We saw what they did against Lamar Jackson. Having a guy like James White to stretch the field a little bit, and make some big plays, make a defender miss here and there to move on the chains is going to be huge. Yes, the Chargers defense is really good, but their secondary, has been up and down as well. So you need to attack them as much as you can. If those guys like Melvin Ingram and Bosa are really coming at Brady fast, he's going to need to have a check down guy. And James White has been dependable all year. And I think this is going to be his game offensively.
All right, guys, before I give you my offensive player, let me tell you, today's Patriots Roundtable is powered by our friends at 1in100. Go to 1in100.co, not .com. For your chance to win killer Pats, Celtics, Bruins, and concert tickets in New England for the price of a beer or a large pizza, go to 1in100.co as soon as you are done watching these Patriots Roundtables. All right, my guy, I'm going with the running game, but I'm not going with the same guy that you guys chose, and I'm not going with a running back. James Devlin.
Oh, my goodness.
James Devlin, listen, James Devlin is hugely important in this game because when you're setting up, the running game is going to be very important in this game overall. The Patriots, surprisingly this year, even with the ups and downs of Sony Michel, they're fifth in the league in running. They had a very solid running game this season overall. James Devlin was a big part of that. James Devlin is one of the, he's one of the best fullbacks in the league as far as fullbacks go. I know people don't really watch the fullbacks much anymore, but he's
one of the best by default.
Yeah, he's very talented at picking up blocks, and that's where I'm going with this because Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram, we talked about them already. They are two of the those are the key factors of this game on the Chargers side of the ball defensively. James Devlin in the running game, he's going to have to pick those guys up, and he's going to have to smash that hole open. And you know who's going to be coming up that hole? Joey Bosa or Melvin Ingram. They're going to be trying to plug up that hole when Sony Michel's going up the middle. James Devlin's going to have to blow it wide open. That's why James Devlin is my guy to watch on the offensive side of the ball for the Patriots. All right, guys, switching sides. Defense.
Real quick. It's just a crazy year where we have us three sit here and say running backs are going to be the key to the game. Running backs are going to be the key. This is a bizarro world right now.
This is a Tom Brady-led offense.
It doesn't make sense.
I'm telling you, man. Jeez, what a time.
What a time. What a time to be alive. 41 years old, Tom Brady. I've been watching this guy since I was 8 years old. Like, I am a bearded 24-year-old man now. This guy's still playing quarterback for the New England Patriots. Yeah. Asinine. All right, defensively. Who's your guy defensively for the Patriots if they want to win this game? Who has to perform well on the defensive side of the ball? Mike, who do you pick?
I'm going with Jason McCourty. obviously, I said this in a previous segment. I believe Stephon Gilmore will be on Keenan Allen, and he'll do a solid job against him. But Jason McCourty, in his first a little up and down, I think he's come a long way since the beginning of the season where, we were kind of questioning solid for several weeks. But he's a guy that's going to be on Mike Williams throughout the game. And I feel like, quarter extra step respect what Stephon Gilmore brings to the defensive side of the game. So they might target Jason McCourty and see what Mike Williams can do. Jason McCourty is going to have to step up and be that second guy to really defend well and keep the other options that Phillip Rivers has, out of the equation. Obviously, Phillip Rivers will be launching the ball all the time. But if these guys in the secondary, and especially Jason McCourty, can do their job, I think he can have a major impact on the game. Jason McCourty, yes.
Marv, who do you got?
So me, guys, it has to be one of several people. Someone in the front line has to step up. I'm not talking about the ends with Wise and Flowers, but I'm talking about someone like Malcolm Brown or Danny Shelton, Adrian Claiborne, Lawrence Guy. Someone in there is going to need to really step up in this game because they've been getting bullied all year. We've seen the likes of Samuels from the Pittsburgh Steelers have great games. Brandon Bolden come out and have some good rushing yards against us. Someone in the middle is going to need to step up out of those guys that I mentioned. Most likely going to be Lawrence Guy. He's been the most solid out of the four that I mentioned. But it's going to need to be big. You're going to need a big defensive front against this team. Melvin Gordon, if healthy, can gash up this defense and get up yards. And we've seen what these running backs have been doing. And when you control clock, that's the best way to beat a Tom Brady-led team. So that's going to be huge, especially if the weather, right now it's looking like it might be snowy. It's going to be cold. You're not going to want to throw the ball a lot. You're going to need to stop the run.
I'm going to kind of give you a cop-out answer here. And it's not somebody who's really under the radar. It's Trey Flowers. And Marv, it's because of what you just said. It's going to be a battle up front. If it's cold, if it's snowing right now, so we record Monday, January 7th. As of right now, it's a 50% chance of snow. Who knows if that's during the game, but it's going to be cold. These are going to be some LA boys coming out here to New England. Trey Flowers can fight you up on can really battle the offensive line and bruise some people and show them that, yeah, it's cold here, but we're going to fight through it. Then that's going to be a big part of that game. And if he can get to the quarterback and make Phillip Rivers feel uncomfortable, then that's going to limit what he can do through the air. Because I think Stephon Gilmore is going to handle Keenan Allen well. I assume Stephon Gilmore is going to be on Keenan Allen, but who knows? It could be J.C. Jackson too. If you can make him feel uncomfortable and then he has to look for a second option receiver, I think that's going to be a huge key to this game. So defensively, I got to go with Trey Flowers.